This video is slightly different to what I would normally do. Yesterday I connected with a client and they had a very specific requirement for managing stages within Knack for an applicant. And what they wanted to do was, when they onboard an applicant, is to be able to fill in certain information under sort of stage 1 or section 1, but not enable section 2 until everything in section 1 has been complete. And this onboarding process can take several weeks. So there's going to be like 6 sections, and don't want the sort of admin people filling in stuff in section 6 until section 5 is complete, and obviously not filling in stuff in section 5 until section 4 is complete. Now, one of the favorite things for me in Knack is rules. So like record rules, submission rules, display rules. They're really super powerful. And I gave it some thought after our session yesterday when I was given this particular query, and came up with a very short video, a really basic app that I built just as a kind of proof of concept. But I just wanted to share this with you because this is a real life scenario using some conditional rules and display rules to achieve, hopefully, what the client's looking to move forward with. So I'll run this to say it's not great quality because it's just a simple 6-minute Loom video, me running through it. Hopefully you'll find it of interest. Under my accounts object, I just have currently one person and they are set up as an applicant, so they will have a user role as an applicant, so they would be able to log in and see applications that they're connected to. So then I have a table here of applications, so this is connected to the accounts object, but this is obviously the applicant. And then I've set up some simple questions: question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, and 9. And then at certain breaks at the end of the section, I've got a section 1 complete yes, no. And this is just a really simple multi-choice field with 2 options. The options being yes or no, and the default is set to no. And then there's a condition on here, or a couple of conditions. The first rule is that if question 1, 2, and 3 are not blank, so all of them are not blank, so they've all been filled in, then set this field to yes, this is now complete. But if question 1 is blank, or question 2 is blank, or question 3 is blank, mark it to no. So if any one of these are blank. So how that then works, if I fill this in, currently this says here that this section has not been completed. So if to question 1 my answer is 1, and question 2 my answer is 2, it still says no. But when I put question 3 in, I now get a yes. And if I remove one of these, it now goes back to no. So we're going to use these to show and hide the sections. So it's exactly the same logic in questions 4, 5, and 6. So I have section 2 complete and a yes no option with some conditional rules saying if 4, 5, and 6 are not blank, so this is all of them, this needs to be true, this one rule needs to be true, then the set the value of its field to yes. And then as individual rules, if question 4 is no, if question 4 is blank, then mark it as no, or if question 5 is blank, it's no, or if question 6. So that's the same, and it repeats obviously for question 7, 8, 9. So then in the pages, I built a page, and this is just showing the application records. So obviously this is the application record, and I've got, go back 1 second, to my, so this is my top level applicants. I've got no login on here. So this is a list of all applicants, so all people. I've got their name, their email, and their address, and then what stages have been completed with a display rule on here to show if the answer to section 1 is yes, it goes green. If the answer to section 1 is no, go red. So these are currently showing all red. And this link here, which is just a link, it's a field link, so it's linking to the application details. It's linking to the same place as this link over here. So it's going to take me to the child page where I've got a details view of the applicant, and then I've put a menu in here for the different stages. So all this is doing is taking me to a new page. So I've got in the pages here, you can see I've got stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. And in stage 1, I've just got a form, and this form updates the application record. And then I've just put the fields in for questions 1, 2, and 3. And then in stage 2, I've put questions 4, 5, and 6. And in stage 3, I've put questions 7, 8, and 9. If I look at stage 1, there's no rules on this, but if I go to stage 2, there's rules on this, 2 rules, and the first rule says, if I open this up a little bit, if section 1 hasn't been complete, so if that is no, hide this view here. If I toggle this on, I've just called this stage 2. So if section 1's answer is no, it hasn't been completed, then hide this component called stage 2. And rule 2, it says the same thing. If section 1 hasn't been complete, show a message saying stage 1 not complete, and it just shows it as a warning. So I'll show you what this looks like in a minute. If I go to stage 3, obviously I can only get to stage 3 once stage 2 is completed. So this says if section 2, or stage or section, sorry, I've kind of flicked between section and stages. But if section 2 hasn't been completed, then hide this component on the page and then just show a message saying that stage 2 hasn't been completed. So let me just bring over the live app, and I'm going to go to applicants. So this is my one applicant that I've got, and if I click on view, I'm now inside the applicant, and you can see that all my stages haven't been completed yet. So I can go into stage 1, and I've answered question 1 and 2. So if I come back here, you can see obviously I haven't completed section 1. I also haven't completed section 2. If I go to section 2, it says stage 1 is not complete. If I go back to applications and go to stage 3, it says stage 2 is not complete. The main thing being here is I can't see the form. So if I go back into stage 1 and finish this off and answer question 3, that will now come back and update this to yes, this is complete, which on the kind of dashboard I've now got my red, amber, green's kind of got my green, so that's all good. So I can see at a glance which stage has been done. And now I can go into stage 2 and fill in stage 2. So I can fill in 2 of these questions. So I've done 2 of my 3 questions. It's not complete yet. So if I go into stage 3, I can't because I haven't finished doing stage 2. But I can get back into stage 1 because that's obviously all done. So I need to finish off stage 2. Let me just get back into here, answer question 6. If I go back to the applicants page, you can see I've got stage 1 and stage 2 complete. If I go into the last stage, I can go into stage 3 now, and I can fill all that in with my answers to question 7, question 8 and question 9. Finish that, and now these are all marked as yes, they're all complete, and I've got green across the board. If you're still with me and you watched it all the way through, thanks very much. I hope you found that of interest. If you would consider subscribing, I started this channel a couple of years ago, and my ambition was that if I had 40 subscribers, then this whole process was worthwhile, and being able to share some knowledge with 40 people would be an amazing result. 2 years later, after doing videos occasionally, I don't do them as often as perhaps I should, but I'm now up to the heady heights of 295 subscribers. So it would be awesome to hit 300. So if you do like this content and you haven't subscribed, it would be great to get over that kind of 300 barrier. Obviously, a thumbs up would be really appreciated to keep me motivated to produce this content. I'm only doing it for fun. Never going to earn any money out of this. I'm never going to get to the threshold for YouTube. So I appreciate your support. Hope you find these of value and of interest, and I'll catch you on the next one.